So recently, I've been reading all the spooky subreddits I could find, for reasons I'll get into, and it stirred up a memory that I can't believe I'd forgotten, of when I was about 6. I'd woken up in the middle of the night. It was after midnight because my mom had gone to bed. She always stayed up late back then, watching TV down in the living room. The house was silent, and the only light came from the street lamps outside my bedroom window. This huge arching behemoth. My room is located on the second floor next to the bathroom. Across the hall, right next to the staircase, is my mom's room. She always sleeps with the door open. Always. I don't remember why exactly I woke up. I didn't need to pee. I wasn't thirsty. The room wasn't too cold or hot, and I didn't feel sick or nauseous or anything like that. Just 1 second I was dead asleep, and the next I was wide awake. I remember having this unshakable urge to get up and go to the stairs. Not down the stairs to the kitchen for a snack, not to the living room to sneak a late night woohoo show, as my mom calls them, or outside for a breath of fresh air. Just to the stairs leading up from the ground floor to the second. So, I did just that, and the most bizarre thing happened. I was suddenly filled with this unflappable confidence that I could just jump the entire staircase, 12 in total, and land unharmed at the bottom. I really don't know what got into me. Yeah, I was a kid, but I wasn't stupid. At least, not that stupid. I knew that falling down the stairs would hurt, and jumping down an entire staircase was practically impossible. Still, the stairs seemed to be calling me, and I just couldn't shake it. So, I did it. I jumped, and I floated right down the stairs like I was some kind of ghost, or had suddenly lost weight, or gravity wasn't working anymore. I landed unharmed at the bottom of the stairs on all fours. I remember laughing in amazement and climbing back up to do it again. As soon as I got to the top though, I caught something in the corner of my eye that made me stop. A shadowy figure standing at the bottom of the stairs. I could make out the shape of a person. I thought my mom had gone to sleep in her room, but apparently she had fallen asleep on the couch and had woken up to my laughter or heard the stairs creaking as I climbed back up. She didn't move, just stood there watching me. So I said, "Sorry, Mom, I just wanted to jump down the stairs." And she replied, in a voice croaky with sleep, "I didn't see it. Can you do it again?" This foreboding feeling started to creep into my gut. I felt like I was about to get into trouble. I waited a second, then ran back to my room, back to my bed, and that was that. My mom never brought it up, so I didn't either. Years passed, and I guess I forgot about that whole ordeal. I've since gone to college and moved back home, partially due to student loans and the exorbitant cost of living in Denver, partially because my mom enjoys the company and her place is damn nice, nicer than any other place I'd be able to afford around here. What I'm saying is, I'm sleeping in my childhood bedroom again. For the first couple months, nothing too strange has happened. Unless you count my weird old lady neighbour, what's-her-face, meowing in the middle of the courtyard lawn at like 4 in the morning, or yelling at the poor dude who lives above her. Both stories for another day. Side note, I've never actually seen this dude who causes what's-her-face so much grief, despite her constantly ranting about how spooky he is, which is rich coming from her. But I do see his motorcycle parked out front occasionally. If it wasn't for that fact, I would have honestly thought she made him up. Anyway, something happened the other night that was bizarre enough to make me log back into this account for the first time in a long time to see if anyone has any answers. The first thing I discovered is that a lot of people have that same memory of floating down the stairs as a kid. Some people say it's just a common dream kids have, but a lot of people insist it really happened. At least in my case, I know I wasn't dreaming. The second thing I discovered is that what happened to me last night, and when I was a kid, was not good. For clarity, neither my mum or I have any pets. The walls are concrete and brick, and it's just me and mum at the house. Like I said, nothing strange has happened since I've moved back in. No cold spots, or shadows in the corner of my eye, or strange noises in the night, besides the neighbour. Nothing. Until last night. It was late and dark and quiet. I'd woken up suddenly and couldn't get back to sleep. I was lying in bed reading Hellblazer, The Devil You Know, that damn John Constantine, listening to some ambient soundscape, when, suddenly, from outside my room, I heard my mom calling my name. Now, I have a very rare and unusual name, so I know it wasn't someone on the street calling another person. I stopped reading, turned the ambient music down, and listened. It was definitely my mom, and she was definitely calling me, but it didn't sound like she was anywhere on the second floor. It sounded like she was in the kitchen or in the living room downstairs. Of course, I thought this was pretty strange, but I don't know, I figured she just saw a mouse or wanted me to sneak a peek at our neighbour or something. "What?" I asked. She stopped calling, and there was a beat of dead silence. Then, "Come here," she was hissing. I sighed. "Where?" "Down here." "Why?" "Just come here." Ugh, fine. I rolled out of bed. As soon as my feet touched the hardwood, the strangest sensation bubbled up in my gut. It was like excitement, but not the good kind. Like the sort of anticipation you get right before the roller coaster drops. It kind of felt like I was floating. I stepped out of my room and made my way down the hall. "Hurry," my mom hissed, "and leave the lights off." Okay. I rounded the corner to the stairs and squinted down them. There, near the base of the stairs, was a shadowy figure. The shape was definitely my mom, but there was something off about her. I don't really know how to explain it. Like her arms were a bit too long, and her legs were too knobby. She was holding something square. It glinted in the dim light. "Come down here and look at this," she said. Before I could, though, there was a soft grunt behind me, which was strange because, well, my mom was standing right there in front of me. I whipped around and peered into my mom's room, expecting the worst, prepared for the worst. There, tucked under the covers, fast asleep, was my mom. I said, unable to really say anything else, because my heart was throbbing up in my throat. The shadowy shape of my not mom was still standing at the bottom of the stairs. It waved the glinting square thing around. "That's not me. Hurry, come down here, before it's too late." I said again, then swallowed. "That's gonna be a hard pass from me, bro." I flicked the hall light on, and instantly, the shadowy shape was gone. The square thing fell with a clatter onto the wooden floor. My mom said from inside her room, her voice groggy with sleep. "What are you doing? What time is it? Turn off the light." Nothing, I replied, and switched the light back off. Sorry. The shadowy not mom thing was gone. I guess the light vanquished it or something. I'm not sure. And I'm kind of legit freaked out that it might come back again. I went back to my room, back to my bed, and tried to forget about it. Obviously I couldn't, which led me to looking things up on Reddit until the ass crack of dawn, and that, in turn, led me to writing this out on here. It was my real mom, I'm pretty sure, who brought it up the next morning. She said, "Why did you turn the light on last night? Did you forget you were living with someone else?" I shook my head and said, "No, sorry. I just thought I heard a mouse or something." "Was it Mrs. What's-her-face? The neighbor?" "Nah." My mom was silent for a second. Her lips pursed over a T. "What were you doing downstairs last night then? Were you spying on the guy that What's-her-face hates?" I froze, then replied, "What? No." "Hmm?" She continued. "That's strange. I heard you downstairs. It sounded like you were crying or maybe laughing. I was going to go check on you, but you told me to go away." "That's weird," I said. I took a sip of coffee, trying to trick myself into feeling calm again. "You were probably just dreaming." My mom looked at me incredulously. "What?" I asked. "I found that at the bottom of the stairs this morning." She pointed at something across from me. It was a picture frame. The glass was cracked down the middle. But that's not what made my blood run cold. I picked it up, not believing what I was seeing. The picture inside was of Mom and me, from around the time I have that memory of floating down the stairs. Both of our faces were cut out. "Is there something you're not telling me?" my mom asked, watching my face. "Is everything okay?" I looked up at her. "I didn't want to do this." She raised an eyebrow. "Look, Mom, I swear I didn't do this." My mom began. But before she could say anything else, there was a loud rapping at the door. My mom rolled her eyes, mouthed, "It's Mrs. What's-her-face," and went to answer it. We haven't talked about it since, and other than that picture being damaged, nothing else strange has happened. So, yeah, either I'm losing it, or I'm living with some sort of sentient, shape-shifting hell being from the netherworld who hates light and happy family photos. I don't really know what to do. Sage the place, probably. I'm hoping my mom will let me keep the lights on tonight, and that, as stupid and wasteful as that sounds, it'll be bright enough so that thing stays away. But I'm at a loss here. I really, really, really hope that thing doesn't come back. But if it does, other than burning the place down or moving or getting a carbon dioxide monitor, we already have one. Do you guys have any suggestions?